He did God's will rather than his own will. My dear friends in Christ Jesus, today we celebrate the solemnity of St Joseph. Every saint is unique, for each saint reflects the holiness of God, following Christ in a way that is unique to their individual personality. Therefore, some saints appear strong and zealous like St. Paul, others very dynamic and tirelessly active like St. Francis Xavier, and still others quiet and gentle like St Therese of Lisieux. Where can we place St. Joseph? If we are to put him into one of the above categories, we will have to place him along with the silent, gentle, retiring saints who despise their gentleness, were men and women of great inner strength, who were ready to risk everything, do anything, and suffer many things in their lives for the Lord. He was among those who were always ready to listen to the Lord in faith and follow him in obedience. He was one who always walked faithfully with the Lord. Saint Joseph not only opted to walk with God, but also he chose to walk faithfully along God's ways. And God's ways are not always easy to accept. Still, he was obedient. He did not complain, but he listened and carried out what God asked of him. As we see in the Gospels, God saying to him, "Take Mary as your wife, go into Egypt. Rise, take the child and his mother, and go to the land of Israel." He never said no to God's plan. He took up the challenges that God placed before him with undoubted courage and unswearing fidelity. Even though at times the future was not very clear to him, he did God's will rather than his own will. He was faithful and just like Abraham, who conquered the storms of life in walking single-mindedly along God's way. St. Joseph, in answering the challenges that God put before him, walked faithfully in the service of God's people. He lovingly cared for Mary and Jesus. He was ready to sacrifice all his life for them in fulfilling the mission which God had given him in the story of salvation. God has also chosen us to be partakers in the story of salvation. We know the call of Jeremiah. God called him saying, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you." God knows us through and through, yet he has called us. So, let us submit our lives to God as St. Joseph did, and walk the way faithfully which God desires us to walk, even though we are uncertain of our future. So also ask him to watch over us and teach us to follow Jesus and to have devotion to our Blessed Mother.